This was finally the time for my parents to meet you in person, and they went ahead and did something so crazy to you? I'm sorry, George. I always knew that my dad was a bit of a jerk, but I never expected that he'd do something like he'd done today.
We should all be happy that he was only willing to talk to me like that today. I was thinking he might punch me or something with the way he was talking to me.
I didn't think he'd be so rude to you today, though, saying all those horrible things and asking questions like that. It's over now between you and him, right?
Well, yeah, it is. I'm sorry that he wasn't so happy with me. But I have to say, I understand where he's coming from after what he said. He doesn't want to lose his cute baby little girl to someone like me. I'm guessing that the thought of you becoming my wife has really been getting to him lately, and that's what led to something like this.
But you have to agree that what he did today was taking things way overboard, right? He asked you out of nowhere whether you'd done anything to me or not yet before our marriage. And when you tried to explain things to him after that, he didn't even listen to you at all. He might be my own dad, but I think I can't take any more being around him. I'm just tired of my dad being this kind of a person to people. He is living his life like it's still 100 years ago, asking and doing things like that. And I'm not even his little girl anymore, right? I'm 30 years old now.
No matter how old you get, you're always going to be his little girl, right? So there's no change in his mind on that one. I'll be alright, so you don't have to worry about what happened anymore. I'm sure that someday, things will become better between us.
I really hope so, but... Well, if my dad says anything else strange and out of line to you like that, then let me know. I already told him to never talk to you again like that, as it was totally unacceptable and embarrassing for me. But I don't think he even listened to that from me. He was so upset today that he probably won't even remember half of what he said to you.
Understood. If anything else happens between him and I, then I'll let you know. But you really don't have to get worked up over all of this, alright? I'll talk to you later, Maggie.
I am not interested in ever accepting you as part of my family.
Excuse me? Is that you, Richard? Well, thank you for meeting with me today.
Hey! I am not going to allow you to even talk to me with such relaxed talk, alright? Did I say that you could be thankful for meeting with my wife and I today in front of my daughter?
I'm sorry, but I just assumed it'd be right of me to say thanks for taking the time out of your day to come and see me for the first time.
You will talk to me as though I'm your superior. Call me Mr. Stevens, okay?
Understood, Mr. Stevens. But once I've become a part of the family, would you still like me calling you by your last name?
You think you're ever going to become a part of my family? I won't allow that to ever happen.
You can say that all you'd like. But Mrs. Stevens, I completely understand your worries over your daughter being married to someone like me. But her and I have been together for over 2 years now, and know one another very well. The whole reason we plan to get married now is because we are so serious and caring about one another. I plan on continuing to care for Maggie with all my love and strength, and will make sure she is protected at all times.
I do not want to even hear that kind of talk coming from you. You should have asked me 2 years ago for my permission to date her before coming this far. But you never did, and today you thought you could get away with asking for my permission to marry her? What were you thinking? You should have been more than aware that someone like me would say no to that.
So, is your reason for not being very fond of me due to the fact that I never came to you first years ago to ask for permission to date your daughter? I was never told by Maggie that I should have done that before taking her as my girlfriend, so my apologies. But, Mr. Stevens, will you please allow me to be your daughter's husband?
You're talking to me like that again. I will never allow that.
I'm sorry, but your daughter is extremely heartbroken right now. I would really like it that the two of us begin to make up a little bit, so that her heart doesn't have to continue being broken as it is now.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about, George? I'm the only one that needs to care about my daughter's heart and her needs. You are not allowed to even speak of her in such regard. I am not going to allow you to be her husband, so my answer is no. Now, take that answer and leave my family alone.
Even if that's your answer to us, her and I would really like to marry one another. What can I do to get you to be happy with our decision to marry?
I want you to cancel that wedding of yours and end your talks of marriage.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stevens, but I cannot do something like that. Maggie and I have been talking about this for months now, and we already have the whole wedding planned out. There is no way on God's green earth we're turning back now.
I see. Then I guess I'll have to take things into my own hands with you.
Excuse me?
If you think you can continue to defy me like a child, then I'll have to pull out all my tools to deal with you. It's going to be too late for you to regret all of this now.
I'm not really sure what you're trying to say to me right now. I really just wanted for the two of us to become close to one another and happy about Maggie's happiness.
Has what I've done made you understand what I meant now? I told you it's far too late to regret what you've been doing now. Now, you never come around me ever again. And the same goes for my daughter and wife.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Stevens? Why are you laughing about what's going on right now? You just came up to me and punched me in the face 3 times, back to back to back. Do you think your daughter's going to be happy with something like this?
Do you think I care what my daughter thinks of my actions? Me punching you in the face like that was all to please myself.
Huh? Pardon what I'm about to say, but you are completely insane.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have laid a finger on my daughter without asking me first. I had to punch you in such a succession in order to calm my anger towards you acting against me like that.
So you're saying this all wasn't even for the sake of your own daughter, but instead as a way to quell the anger you had for me?
Well, you could say that after taking 3 of my punches like that, I've forgiven you for laying a finger on my daughter. But now that I'm okay with you being with her, you are to never speak about what happened here, nor try and sue me for my actions.
Huh?
This is a strict order from me, and you are not to go against it. What did you even think you were doing hanging around my daughter all the time when you weren't even married to her yet?
Come on, Mr. Stevens. You could stop it with all the BS.
The only one here that needs to quit it with all their BS is you, young man. Do you really find it acceptable for you to be talking to me in that manner? Everything I've been doing is totally within my rights as her father, which includes me punching you. So tell me, what's wrong with that? I should have punched you before you gave this wedding, and maybe then you would have learned your lesson. But it doesn't matter now, as I am totally allowing your marriage with her now. You and I will be family now, so you cannot try to claim yourself as the victim of anything around me.
You do realize you've only made things worse, right?
Huh?
You are so frickin' insane that I don't even think I can stand having you as my father-in-law now. You have to see that what you've done today has completely pissed me off. I'm going to have the wedding cancelled so you can relax now. With how things have ended up here, I can't allow there to be a wedding between Maggie and I anymore. I'm not going to sit around and let you act like that towards me anymore, you ignorant human being.
You're going to have the wedding cancelled? Why are you saying such foolish things like that now? I have all my family here now, ready to see you make my daughter happy.
And so what? Who was the one that punched me in the face before saying that this wedding is so important to them and their family? You and your actions are the reason why this wedding is over with. I was just punched in the face by who I thought was my father-in-law. And yet you think I'd be willing to hold a wedding still, with my face covered in bruises and swelling now? I'm heading to the hospital right now.
Hold on a moment. You're going to the hospital? None of this should require you to be so overdramatic that you need to go to a hospital.
All of this was very dramatic, actually. Also, I'll be contacting the police about this, so good luck with all of them later.
What? You're going to the police about this as well now?
You punched me in the face 3 frickin' times, Mr. Stevens. Do you understand that something like that is not okay in the slightest? Were you perhaps never taught that when it comes to strangers, or even anyone for that matter, you are not to use violence?
You really plan on getting the police involved in this small matter? Hold your horses, you! That's all completely unnecessary, telling the police about this. You even told me before that we were both supposed to be family now, right? You think family members are supposed to be calling the police on one another over such small scuffles?
I told you just a second ago that you're not going to be my family anymore. So don't worry. The wedding is being cancelled anyway. So I will never have to worry about becoming a part of your family. I don't want to be a part of it anyway. And besides, I'm going to have to explain why the wedding is being cancelled to everyone here. And they can teach you later just how upset and disappointed they are in you. Maybe then, the embarrassment of all of that will teach you what you did wrong today.
You stop all of that right now! You are not allowed to cancel this wedding to Maggie. I will not allow it!
Who gives a crap what you allow? I want to ask you, did you really think that what you did to me would be acceptable with your family and friends? By the end of the day, the police will be here looking for you, and you'll have to be taken into custody for your actions. It might even become a part of the news later on, and the whole world will be aware of the monster you let yourself be.
Excuse me? If you do something like that to me, you'll be breaking Maggie's heart. You telling me that you don't want to be a part of my family, and saying you'll cancel the wedding are both terrible sins to commit.
And being punched in the face 3 times by my bride's father is one hell of a sin as well. I've already been talking with Maggie anyway about what to do with you after everything you did. And she's told me that she's speechless and no longer wants anything to do with you anymore. I think after today, we'll be removing you from our lives, and then have another wedding with you not invited.
Now you hold it right there. Did Maggie really say and agree to that?
That's right. You took things way too far this time, and now even your own daughter has had enough of you. Do you get it now?
You're talking about my baby girl, Maggie? All I did was give you a few small punches to the face. And you're going to start all of this? I was just doing what was right of me as her father.
Did you know that she's always been aware of you acting like a complete fool ever since she was a little girl? Well, unfortunately, this time, you really done something she didn't like, and that was using violence as a way of trying to handle me.
Using violence? I only did that because you were laying your hands on my daughter.
What is wrong with someone dating another person before they are married? That's what everyone does, Richard. And it's not like we were just doing it just to have fun in bed with one another. We were dating because we loved each other a lot and wanted to be together forever. And we still do. But not a single person has any clue why you think us having a serious relationship before marriage is such a bad thing to you. Well, trying to talk to you about all of this probably won't get us anywhere. You've already taken things way past the two of us discussing your views by having you assaulted me. So, it's over. You could talk with the police about your views on my relationship with your daughter now.
There's no way I'll be doing that. What did I do that makes you think you could call the police on me? This should not be happening. I'd made sure to do all the right things to avoid having to deal with you about this anymore.
Well, you certainly did do something, but not the right thing. Not a single person here is happy with the way you handled your emotions. Not a single person.
What did you say?
You've embarrassed your own wife, and you've made your daughter very sad. When it comes to me, the groom, you insulted me and left my face looking like the doormat on a rainy day. I will not allow you to get away with what you've done today. This is all way too out of line for the average person, and I'm going to make sure something is done about you so that no one else is harmed.
What do you mean, out of line? I did all of this because you were acting out of line.
Is that so? Well, that's all the more reason why I think something is seriously wrong with your head. To the average person, what you've done is not acceptable, and is also illegal. I don't think saying anything more to you about this is going to do you any good. Just enjoy your chat with the police, and maybe they'll be able to open your eyes a little.
You want me to talk with them? Are you really planning on having them come after me and arrest me?
Of course I am. I'm already at the hospital now, and the doctor is about to examine my face and head to see if you concussed me at all.
What? You're already there. And you really plan to take things this far overboard?
I told you this isn't taking things overboard, because you already put us in the water. You really did something terrible today, Richard. I've already told the doctor to bring the police in, so that I can explain to them what happened today.
You really don't have to do something like that. You'll only be making things worse for Maggie if you have me arrested. She'll be made even more sad, right?
And that's why I already spoke to her about what to do with you.
Huh? Well then, what did she say about me?
She said that you've done something horribly wrong, and that you need to be held responsible for it and face your punishment. She has a dad like you, but thank God your mom was around to raise her into an individual with some common sense.
So you're telling me this was all her idea? She wants for me to be taken into custody and everything too?
Think about this with a level head, you idiot. You punched me in the face 3 frickin' times. The doctor has said that my nose looks badly broken, and that I'll need a quick x-ray of it.
Huh? That bad, huh? Did one of my punches even hit you in the nose? Are you sure that's not from something else?
What other explanation could there be for a dang broken nose? You're the one that did this to me. You literally broke my frickin' nose, and you're just gonna sit there claiming I'm the one being overdramatic? Maybe I am, but at least it's warranted coming from me in my condition. You think that I'm not going to get the police involved because you're supposed to be my father-in-law? Unbelievable.
Can you just settle down a bit first, George? I think I just happened to be a little confused was all. You just happened to give off the appearance of some loser that wanted to take advantage of me and my family. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to break your nose or anything like that. Maybe my punches were just a bit too strong. Or perhaps you just need to be drinking more milk.
You're too late now, Richard.
I'm sorry about what I did. So take that as you may. I promise I won't say anything more to you. So once you get that nose fixed up, come on back to the wedding and let's get this show on the road. How does that sound? I want to see you marry my daughter today. Right now, both my wife and daughter seem a little weird about me, so I don't want them to get the wrong idea. If so, things will only get crazier in my family, right? And it won't just be my family, but you as well that'll have to deal with it, right?
Your family isn't going to become crazy because of this. Rather, they'll just be getting rid of the one person who has no common sense.
What?
If you really happen to care about your family, then you would have been fixing that behavior of yours a long time ago. But you are just a selfish old man who says that punching me was all to quell his anger. You really messed up this time, Richard. I really pray that you learn a thing or two from this after today.
I've already learned a whole lot right now, so you don't need to worry about me. I want to build a very strong father and son relationship with you. Please take care of Maggie for me. So please don't call the police, alright?
I've already spoken with them. And they're all on their way right now to come and get you.
You're lying, right?
I'm not going to be coming back there today, so you can talk with them about what'll happen to you next. I'm also expecting that you won't be allowed to see me anymore after today. Nor will you be seeing Maggie anymore either. But don't worry, as I'll take great care of her. Now you just settle down and let the justice system take care of that bad behavior of yours. In the end, the police arrived at the wedding and were able to arrest Richard right then and there. And after that, he was taken into the police station for questioning, while other officers stayed around the event to question some of the bystanders. But this didn't all stay quiet for long, as news of it started to appear on the news. The company he works for also found out about what he'd done, and it became a huge issue there. And as for his wife, she's in the middle of getting a divorce from him. Richard has just lost pretty much everything to him, from his family to his work, so this would be the perfect time for him to rethink his way of life while in that cold jail cell. I was able to finally get rid of that monster once and for all with the help of Maggie. And a little while later, we were able to get married and have the most amazing wedding. And as of right now, the two of us are enjoying our loving life together as husband and wife. The only thing that had been getting in the way of such a life was that old violent man who only cared about himself.
Hannah, are you planning on coming out again for another one of our family reunions? You really are quite the stubborn girl, aren't you, considering that you don't even have any connections to the rest of my family?
Good evening, Pam. I am planning on coming out again to your family reunion, but I didn't think that was going to cause such a problem for you.
Well, it will be a huge problem for us here, indeed. You really are going to be getting in all of our ways by showing up yet again, and I'd like to recommend you stay home instead.
Wait, I really don't see how I'm getting in the way.
I've heard that recently you've been complaining about having to work over and over again, and that's why you never make anything for my son to eat. Ken is going to starve because of you. Start feeding my son some more meals soon, or else. Can't you see the whole reason he's coming back home to me all the time is because you never make him any food? He always comes in saying that he hasn't eaten in days, and that you're never home to help make him something after he gets out of work. Seriously, why did he have to end up marrying such a useless woman as you?
I'm sorry, but in my case, I happen to have a lot of work going on and not a lot of time to be home. And so to make sure that things around the house don't go sideways, I ask him to handle some of the chores for me. He should be more than capable of cooking for himself if he needs to, and I am totally fine with him dining out if he doesn't have the time or drive to cook.
Really?
So now do you understand why I haven't always been there to cook for him recently?
I cannot believe any of this.
What?
Making your husband do all the cooking and chores for you? What the hell do you think you're doing to my son? He should be out working a job himself instead of sucking up to a wife like you.
Huh? Well, right now I'm the one working outside the house for the most part.
Well, I've never heard anything about that from him. I'm telling you right now that you forcing him to do all the housework while you go out and play around is what makes you an awful wife. Can't you see you're an embarrassment?
I feel that you coming to talk to me about all of this is not the right choice. I'd recommend you go talk with your son if you have any further things to talk about. Goodbye now.
Ken even said it himself. He's told me that he's starting to think that getting a divorce isn't all too bad of an idea after all.
Excuse me? Is that something Ken has really said about us?
Well, of course it is. If he wasn't saying these things right now, then why would I be lying to you about it? From what it looks like, Ken is starting to become really stressed out by what you've been doing to him. I think he's at his limits now with the way you've been handling things. And I'm sure you're well aware my son can find another wife after you in seconds. After all, you are just an old hag at this point, and he's better off throwing you in the garbage and finding himself a younger and more attractive wife.
So he's really been saying these things? Well, it might also be that you're having delusions about all of that, and he's never said anything close to what you're thinking. I guess I really should go have a chat with him about all of this now. Well, I'm going to ask him later today then what he thinks.
I've already told him about how it's time he leaves you, and that I have your guys' divorce papers all ready to go and everything now. I think the best option for you now is to start looking for a new place to live after he leaves you.
Thank you for the recommendation. I'll think about it.
I'm not joking around anymore. Hurry up and come back here right now. Where did you run off to anyway?
I felt that I was no longer needed in a place like that, so I went ahead and made my way out. Not only were you making jabs at me before today, but when I arrived to see everyone, you started to pick on me even more. But I guess I'm not all too surprised since you've been acting like that towards me for a while now. And this time I just happened to realize I can't take that crap from you anymore.
What's gotten into you? Are you trying to say it's my fault you're leaving now?
Well, aren't you being a terrible mother-in-law to me?
Excuse me?
I was already prepared for you to say some pretty mean things to me today at their reunion. But today you said that everyone would be allowed to eat that Wagyu steak, except for me, who you called a stranger. And then following that, you continued to call me names like a fifth grader would. Well, I'm not going to be your punching bag any longer, Pam.
What's so bad about that? I mean, you are a stranger after all, right? How could any of us ever consider calling you a part of our family? And as of right now, you already know that Ken is going to divorce you, and then you really will be a complete stranger, right?
I know that very well. And I know that you will go as far as it takes to make sure that I'm aware that you don't see me as part of your family. But today was too much for me. I could no longer sit around letting you act that way towards me.
What are you going on about? You're the one that came to our family event uninvited, so can you stop whining about what I said about you? Maybe if you would have just listened to me and never came in the first place, you wouldn't have to be crying like a baby now.
Ah, is that so? So you're going to tell me it's my fault now that you made the atmosphere of the reunion go sour?
That's right. Who else besides you could have caused all that? Today was supposed to be the day my family got together to enjoy one another's company and eat some dang good steak. And since you came uninvited, you're only allowed to eat the fat caps.
I'm going home.
Oh my, you really did let all of this get to you.
Say whatever you'd like about me and what I'm doing. I see there is no further meaning to me being around you today, and that's why I'm heading home. But listen, Pam.
What?
I'm totally fine with us both becoming complete strangers since that's what you want. But know that I won't be the one in trouble after I've gone home. Please don't forget what I've said, okay?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I'm so happy right now to see that you'll be out of my hair forever. This is the best day of my life.
Is that really how you feel? Well then, I hope you can continue being that happy when I'm gone. I'm heading home now, so good day to you. And make sure to tell Ken that I'm on my way home now as well, and if he wants to know why I've left, tell him to look at the text I'll be sending him shortly.
And while you're at it, you leave my son and get the hell out of his house for me.
I believe that I will go ahead and do that. Now, goodbye.
Hannah, where are you at right now? I'm sure my son has been trying to call you plenty of times as well right now. Why are you not answering his calls?
I don't see any reason to answer his calls, and I'm on my way back home now.
Huh? So you were being serious when you said you'd be going back home?
I told you a few times that I was heading home, didn't I? That should have meant to you that I was indeed going to head home. And why wouldn't I be heading home after the amount of times you bullied me? You even made it pretty clear to everyone that I was only allowed to have the sides while everyone else got to eat that Wagyu steak. All of that crap from you really got on my nerves and actually made me quite angry.
I don't care about what happened to make you leave. Right now, my husband is pissed off at me, and things aren't looking so good anymore.
And he has the right to be pissed at you.
Huh? So this all really is because of you and what you planned?
I didn't plan anything. You just happened to get on my last nerve and made me angry. I had originally really enjoyed everyone in your family and saw myself as a part of you guys. But today I lost all those feelings and no longer see myself as your daughter-in-law. So, I told your husband and your son that I'd no longer be sending you guys any money and that I'd no longer financially support his business.
Huh? Sending us money? Financially supporting his business?
I'm sure you had no idea about any of this going on, but after having heard about this from me, I'm sure your face has turned ghostly white, right? And I'm sure that with your husband being so upset with you now, the reunion is pretty much over, right? It must look like hell there right now with him cussing and flailing his arms around all over the place.
It sure is hell here. He's been tearing into me in front of literally everyone in the family. If anything, he's making it look as though I'm the one that did something wrong here.
Well, you're not wrong to think that you did, in fact, do something very wrong.
It's all because of my husband getting this mad at me that I've been completely embarrassed in front of the whole family. Why is this all happening to me? What the hell is this about you sending us money? And what kind of financial support have you been giving his company?
You seem to be the only person that never knew a thing about both those things. Even Ken knew about all of this. Yet he let you act like that towards me for some reason, making me second-guess my relationship to him.
What are you talking about, Hannah? Explain all of this to me right now.
Did your husband not explain it all to you yet? When your husband's company was going under, I came in with the help of my company to help him back up.
Huh? His company was going under?
Last year, one of his customers ended up going bankrupt, so his company never received any of the money promised to him by them, and that led to his company going into the red. And it was expected that his company would fall soon after as well because of all that. But thanks to my company and the fact that I bought a lot of shares in his company, he was saved from having to kiss what made his money goodbye. And ever since then, I've been the primary shareholder of his company.
What kind of story is that? This is the first time I'm ever hearing of such a thing happening to him.
Well, based on how my husband never told you anything, I guess it runs in their genes. And had he explained all of this to you, I'm sure you would have never listened, considering the kind of woman you are.
He didn't need you to help him.
Say whatever you think, but had it not been for me, your husband would have lost his company and after that, all his money. And of course, since he's the father of my husband, I decided to continue supporting his company. But after what's happened with me today, I believe that I no longer can afford to hand over any more money to him, and therefore will stop helping his company stay about the water. That's why I told him a little bit ago about everything. And also, I haven't only been supporting his company through money, but through lending equipment to him. But I'm going to need all that back from him now. So just be aware that his company might not be able to operate after the end of this week.
Wait! I get that you keep going on about your guys' work and everything, but I can't understand half of it.
You did know that I have a company of my own, right?
I knew that. I heard that part from everyone already. But a company being run by a female? Really? I was sure that you only ran a small little place for fun to get out of doing the chores. Perhaps you were just running one of those online-only businesses or something, right?
My work is not for play, and I'd never do anything to try and get out of doing chores unless it were making me millions. And as for online-only businesses, you can make a lot of money through them and influence a lot of people. Of course, my business is a lot more than an online business now, as I have offices everywhere, and I am considered larger than your husband.
I never knew that.
Well, that's just how it is, Pam. And now I'm aware that you don't want me in your family anymore. And for some reason, your son, my husband, doesn't seem to care about how you harassed me all these years. So I'm going to leave your family, now that it's very clear to me there's no way of being seen as your daughter-in-law. I have done all I could to help you and your family through your tough times, but I can no longer afford to do all that for any of you. I'm so happy to be a stranger to you all now.
Hold on, Hannah. What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that I'm going to go ahead and divorce your son. And thanks to that advice you gave me before, I've prepared everything for our divorce, including those divorce papers you gave me. So when I get back home, I'm heading right to City Hall with them and handing them in. And that will make us being strangers official. Isn't that just wonderful?
What? You really went ahead and prepared for that? And Ken was okay with all of it?
He happened to care more about what you told him to think of me than about how I was supporting you guys in your husband's company. Such a freaking idiot he is. He started to talk down to me because he saw that you were picking on me. And to be honest, I was thinking of leaving him even before you recommended it to me. So thankfully, I was in the same boat as all of you and got all this prepared just in time.
But then, what's going to happen with you being the primary shareholder for my husband's company?
Huh? Have you not listened to a single thing I've been saying? I'm going to be leaving your son and become a stranger to you all, so I will no longer invest in your husband's company. And I already told that to your husband, hence why he's so upset with you now.
What? So you actually want to go through with stopping all that support?
Why wouldn't I want to? You made it clear to me that you don't need my money anymore. But hey, thank God we can all be complete strangers now, right?
This isn't about you being a stranger to me now. What are we going to do if my husband's company falls back into the red after you pull your money out? He's only going to become even more pissed at me, and the next time I'm sure he'll not go easy on me.
I don't give a flying frick about what happens to all of you.
Huh?
Jesus freaking Christ, are you that selfish about everything? You've been telling me how much you want me to be a stranger, yet now that I'm leaving you and all your family, you're going to start crying that you want me back again. My husband may not have seen it at the time, but the way you guys treated me is now going to really affect your husband. Big time. So don't cry about it to me, because that's all on you.
What do you mean it's all on me? I'm your mother-in-law. You think you can just blame me for all of this?
I sure do. And I am. And so will your husband. Also, you're not even my mother-in-law anymore. So go screw yourself, please. You asked for me to become a stranger to you, and I answered. But now that I've answered, you might have to find out what to do about your husband's soon-to-fail company.
Excuse me? You're a huge jerk for doing something like this to me.
But this is all the fruits to your labors, correct? Go apologize to your husband now for all of this. And hope to God that your apologies will be enough to get him to forgive you.
What am I going to do, Hannah? All of this could be saved if you just came back here and enjoyed this steak with us, right? You know now that I never meant for things to go this far, right? My husband is seriously going to kill me over this, so please come back.
It's a little bit too late for that, Pam. I'm starting to really feel hungry. So I think I'll go enjoy myself a nice juicy steak on my way home.
You can come back here and have one of the steaks we have. You can have mine and I'll eat something else.
No, thank you. If I came back there and saw your face, I might lose my appetite. Now you go ahead and take care of all your problems yourself, please. You and I are both strangers now, so you shouldn't be asking me to help with your personal troubles anyway. And don't ever talk to me again, okay? And one final thing. This house is under my name, so go tell Ken that he's got nowhere left to go home to now. Well then, you have a wonderful rest of your evening with a husband that wants to kill you and a son that's too stupid to understand what's happened. Even after all that, Pam tried her hardest to come to me asking for help as much as she could. But I had already handed in our divorce papers, and so she was nothing more to me than a complete stranger, as she'd always wanted. And as for her husband being pissed at her, he ended up taking things all the way to court. And there, he forced her to get a divorce from him, and then proceeded to have her kicked out of his house, where she is not left living on the streets. She was also given nothing of his properties due to her having damaged his business with the way she had acted, and so she had nothing to her name besides the clothing on her back and a few other accessories. In Ken's case, I threw all his things out of the house, along with all his furniture, and he ran off to go find his mother before the two of them started to live in a rundown apartment together. He did try 1 or 2 times, crying on the front porch to come and get me to let him inside, just a few weeks after the divorce. But I was never home when he was there, and only learned about all this from a neighbor of mine who said they called the police on him since he wouldn't shut up. The rest of the family also cut ties to those two, which has left the both of them still wondering what exactly they did wrong to deserve all of this. Pam's now ex-husband ended up having to sell his company soon after I stopped supporting it, and he sold it to no one other than me, so that I could incorporate it into my company. And he told me in this sale that he was sort of thankful for all that happened, as even he was getting fed up with his son and wife always trying to leech off him. I guess I wasn't the only one that got off okay in the end. And it's really great to hear that he can have a faster start to his retirement now that he doesn't have to support that nasty witch Pam.
I'm going to be getting married here soon. I'm sure that you're jealous after hearing that.
What? I'm sorry, but who is this?
Oh, please. It's me, Tracy. Now enough with those bland lies right now. Even if you have troubles remembering things all the time, there's no way you'd forget about someone like me. How could you possibly forget about your best friend after being together for so long?
My best friend?
I am Tracy. This is literally no reason you should have forgotten about me, right? You and I have been best friends ever since high school.
Tracy, huh? Did you end up changing your number or something? Because I don't have anyone in my contacts with your current number. It's been so long since the last time we talked with one another, so I couldn't really tell that it was you. So, what do you want from me?
Well, I told you why I'm talking with you right now at the start, right? I'm getting married. Were you not looking at anything I sent you before?
Ah, is that so? Congrats. But you really don't have to go out of your way to tell me something like that.
Why not? You're one of my best friends, and I'd be stupid to not tell you about how I'm going to get married soon. And to me, you're my number one best friend out of everyone, so I just had to tell you.
I'm your number one best friend? What do you mean by that? Are you sure you're not joking with me now? What the heck is up with you texting me now anyway after so long?
I'm not at all joking with you. I just wanted to let you know that me, one of your best friends, is going to be getting married soon. I'm going to be marrying a wonderful man, and you should be jealous of that, right? That's why I want to have all my friends come and celebrate my big day, and I'll be giving you all the chance to do that with an amazing wedding.
Is that right? Well, that's great to hear, I guess. What else would you like me to say to you besides congratulations?
I'm sure you'd love to make up a welcome board for my wedding that we can place outside the venue, right?
What?
I'll let you make that up for me, however you'd like to, as long as it's really special. I know that you've always loved working on crafts and things like that, so I'll let you take the responsibility for that. Back when we were in high school, you did all sorts of paintings and things like that, right?
Wait, when you're talking about high school, that was over 10 years ago, Tracy. Asking me to get back into doing arts and crafts now would be difficult for me.
I'm not sure how something like a painting a simple board could become so difficult for you. But this is a request from one of your best friends, so you're not going to say no to me, right? I want you to do your very best with that welcome board and make it look spectacular.
Can you hold on for 1 minute, please? What is all of this about? What the heck are you going on about, Tracy? Why do you want me working on some welcome board for your wedding? Shouldn't you be asking the reception hall to prepare that for you instead of me? They'll know a whole lot more about that sort of thing compared to me and will most likely have better tools for making it. Having me work on that board for you, well, it just won't come out as good as you think.
Even if it's difficult for you, I'd like you to work on it. Now, can you stop fooling around with me when I'm trying to plan things for my wedding?
Well, I'm also a little bit concerned about how you call me your #1 best friend. Did you forget about what all you did to me a long time ago? Tracy, if you'd like for this whole conversation to be taken more seriously, can you calm down a bit and get real with me?
Let's just forget about what all happened back then. There's no point in us being held down by the past when there's nothing we can do to change it. If you continue to waste your time thinking about what happened years ago, you'll find yourself living with no reason.
I have no idea what you're going on about now, though. Even if you have a good point, I don't want to be hearing that sort of advice from you. I can understand why you'd like for the two of us to just forget about what you did back then, but...
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the wedding.
I'm not going, Tracy.
Do you want to go out for drinks or something as well before my big day? It's been so long since we last talked to one another in person after all.
I'm not going out to any place with you, Tracy. How many times are you going to make me say that before you understand? I'm not even sure what your plan is with talking to me after such a large amount of time has gone by. So please, just stop trying to ask me to come to your wedding and make whatever welcoming board you're asking for. Now, goodbye.
Dawn, are you really trying to get on my bad side?
Huh? What is up with you this time?
There's no way you'd actually be okay with making one of your best friends this upset on her wedding day.
Huh? So today's the day of your wedding then? I don't really care, but what do you think you'll be achieving by coming at me all upset like that?
I'm pissed off with you because you never even told me that you'd not be coming to my wedding. I'm no longer going to have the patience to forgive you after this. I'm cutting ties to you.
You are?
You making me this upset and being totally okay with it is enough for me. I even left you in charge of the welcome board for the wedding, yet you never showed up to give it to us to display.
What are you talking about? I don't even know anything about your wedding, like the time it's supposed to start, and even if I did, I wouldn't be making that board for you.
So you're telling me that from the start you'd been planning on canceling on me without ever telling me that? I cannot believe you'd be doing this to your best friend.
Oh my God. You seriously have zero clue what you're talking about right now, and it's making me laugh my butt off.
I'm talking about how you never told me that you wouldn't come to my wedding, but it's too late now since my wedding day is today. So I'm going to be cutting ties to you for good.
The fact that you're now this upset with me right now has me rolling on the ground.
What? You're being a total jerk laughing at me being this upset with you. I'm seriously pissed off with you right now, Dawn. I had entrusted you with one of the most important things at my wedding, and yet you canceled on me right before the wedding. Even if you're supposed to be my most best friend, I don't care. I'm going to be leaving you forever and will never forgive you ever again.
I'm sure this won't get to you, but from the start, I'd said I wasn't coming.
Huh?
Can you tell me again why you're getting so upset with me for no reason? Actually, I never even got a formal invitation from you to the wedding, so there's that. Where did you end up sending that invitation, if you actually did send it in the first place? I'm sorry, but that invitation never got to me, so you must have sent it to the wrong address. But of course, you had the wrong address because you don't even know where I'm living now.
What are you going on about? That's a load of crap. How did you never receive a physical invitation from me?
I'm just telling you the truth, Tracy. Did you actually try to invite me to your wedding after all that happened between us?
Of course I did. And why the hell would you say no to coming to my wedding?
That right there is a bit of a surprise to me and rather troubling. The fact that you wanted to actually invite me to your wedding of all things?
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
Way back when, in high school, you stole my boyfriend from me and continued to pick on me for the rest of our time at that school. And ever since we graduated from there 10 years ago, I had made sure to cut all ties with you so that I'd never have to see or hear from you again. That's why right now, hearing you tell me that you want to cut ties with me after not coming to your wedding today makes me laugh.
Huh? What do you mean you cut ties to me back then? Are we not really good friends with one another?
Oh, come on now, Tracy. You're actually going to make me pee myself laughing by calling us best friends.
So you really are stuck in the past that badly that you can't see me as your friend. Stop worrying so much about what happened back then, you emotional loser. I was able to forget about all of that only a few days after it happened. And as for your ex-boyfriend, him and I are no longer together, so you don't have to worry about him anymore. So why the hell are you still so upset with me?
I never said that I was upset with you still because of that event. That all has nothing really to do with me now, so I don't invest my time in thinking about it. And I think it's the right thing to do, not carrying those horrible memories around with me all the time. But what I do think about from time to time is how you ended up breaking things off with my ex after the two of you had gotten engaged. Things like that tend to spread around between friends, so eventually I have to hear about you. But what's wild is that after you had stolen my boyfriend from me way back then, you didn't want to make yourself look bad in front of everyone, so you started making lies about me being abusive towards him, and that you were only saving him from me. Rumors like that still float around to this day, and I have to hear them over and over whenever I run into someone from high school. Always things about you and I.
I never meant to make you look bad back then.
Well, it's fine, Tracy. All that stuff is in the past now, right? I really don't care about any of that stuff anymore. And I'm not going to dig any deeper into the rumors that spread looking for things about you that I can take advantage of. It's all been water under the bridge, and that's why I've never come looking for you to talk about anything.
But who cares about all that? What I'm upset about right now is how you canceled on my wedding on the day off.
And I told you that I didn't get an invitation. I had cut ties with you a long time ago, or at least I thought I did, and that's why I never chose to tell you my new address after I moved. So that invitation was never going to make it to me, right?
So you're telling me that I sent the invitation to your old house?
That's what it looks like to me. I bet it's sitting in the mailbox of that place right now, still unopened. And I think that because you only know my old address and nothing about where I currently live, it might even end up being sent back to you soon if the new owner of that house decides to give it back to the mailman. But let me be very honest here. Even if that invitation had gotten to me like you'd planned, I would have said no to coming because I don't have the want to be around you.
What? What do you mean?
You know what I mean, Tracy. I told you that I cut ties with you before. So no matter how hard you try to get me to come, I'm not going to. I'm sure you've noticed by now that a lot of your so-called other friends haven't shown up, right? After what you did to me in high school, you lost a lot of your friends because they were on my side and thinking that you were totally bonkers. So tell me, who from back then actually wants to celebrate you getting married now?
Hold on, Dawn. You actually think that? Are you and I not best friends?
How many freaking times do I have to tell you that we are not best friends? We're not even friends, Tracy. Hell, we're not even acquaintances. Ever since that day you chose to steal my boyfriend from me, you had used that as a reason to pick on me and spread rumors about how I was the one that was in the wrong. All of that really drove the message into me that you are anything but a friend to me. I know from word around town that you love to go around and have fun with all kinds of men after becoming an adult, but you still like to call that event your biggest accomplishment, right? All of those are reasons for why I do not want to be around a person like you anymore.
Well, I didn't know that I hurt you so much back then. Even after taking your boyfriend from you, I thought that you and I were still very good friends. Best friends. That's why I told you about how I was getting married and asked you to be one in charge of making the welcome board for my wedding.
Asking me to make that stupid board for you was like a massive joke to me because of how ridiculous you were being. That's why I took all you said to me as a joke and didn't bother to care.
Why would I tell you a thing and ask of you as a joke?
Oh. So then all of that wasn't just a joke, but you actually thinking that I would be coming to your wedding and wasting my time on something as stupid as that board? Which is scary because after all you'd done to me, you really thought it was okay to invite me? I never thought anyone that could steal their friend's boyfriend in the past and then make said friend look like the jerk would have the nerve in asking them to come to their wedding 10 years later. That's why I wasn't taking anything you said to me seriously. You really did a great job, Tracy. The nerves you have are incredible. Now, you have a great time at your wedding today. Although I don't expect many of your so-called friends to show up to it.
What the hell is wrong with you, Dawn? So you really don't plan on coming here today? This is the day of my wedding, Dawn.
I said that I'm not coming.
But canceling on me the day of my wedding is horrible of you.
So after talking with me for the past 30 minutes or so, you haven't been reading a single thing I've sent you? I never got a formal invitation from you in the mail, so I had no reason to come to your wedding today. So you can't call me a horrible person for canceling on you today when you never even gave me an invitation in the first place.
But to me, you've canceled on me. I really believed that you'd be coming today and made sure to get you a seat ready in the front row.
Why, though?
You're asking me why? Because you should have been coming to my wedding today.
Did you ever get anything about me RSVPing to your wedding at all? No, you didn't. And that's because I never got anything from you in the mail saying that I was invited. Why would you think that I was coming to your wedding when I didn't RSVP for it?
I wasn't thinking that much into you not responding because I just assumed you'd be coming either way.
Well, when it comes to things like weddings, people are usually coming only if they reply that they will to the invitation and RSVP. But if you don't get a reply from them or they say no, that means they are not coming. Right? That's how things like this have always worked, Tracy.
What? So that's what things like not replying into the invite normally mean? Even if they're my friend?
For crying out loud, Tracy. Then tell me what you thought was supposed to happen. How did you know whether people were going to be coming to your wedding or not and prepare seats for those that would be?
I just assumed that people I sent invitations out to would be coming for sure to my wedding. I never thought that people would want to say no to the invitation.
Geez, how self-centered of a jerk are you? At this point, I'm surprised you even found a man willing to marry you. You actually think that because it's your wedding that everyone you invite would just give up their plans and anything else they have going on in life to come? There's no way that's the case. If you didn't get a response from the people you invited, that means they are saying no to coming. No response equals them not coming.
Well, I didn't know anything about that. Nobody ever even told me something like that.
Nobody would, because that's something that everyone knows the moment they're born, practically. Another thing I highly doubt is that you even knew everyone's current address. So it's a mystery as to how many of those invitations actually made it to the people you planned on inviting.
I thought that me getting married and having this wedding would have made it the biggest event for everyone. I wanted everyone to come and see how happy I've become and that I got married before all of them.
Jesus frickin' Christ. You thought that your wedding would be the biggest event for everyone? You think that your marriage means something to everyone?
But even if it's not that big of a deal, I'm still getting married before you, so... That's at least proof to everyone that I'm still more important than you and that they should all come and see me happy.
I'm already married though, Tracy.
Huh?
I just never bothered to tell you about how I got married to my husband last year.
You have to be lying, right? I never knew about you getting married. You never even uploaded anything about you getting married to any of your social media accounts.
You're right. I didn't make any posts about getting married, but so what? I'm normally never posting anything and leave most of that stuff to my husband to do. And you're not even my friend, so I think I blocked you on everything after high school.
What are you talking about?
Let me just put it this way. My husband does most of the posting due to his job, and you are blocked from seeing anything of mine, so you wouldn't have known.
What job does he have?
Well, he's pretty well known all over the world, so he's pretty picky about what gets shared. But I don't care about any of that because he's given me a wonderful life with our marriage. He's been so considerate and wonderful that I've never had to worry about what happened between us back in high school.
Then why are you acting like this? Why can't you just come to my wedding right now for me? I'm supposed to be your best friend and you should be celebrating my happiness.
You're supposed to be my best friend. I don't think of you as anyone but a stranger, so there's no way I'm coming to your wedding. I told you again and again that I didn't get any invitations from you in the mail, so I wouldn't be coming in the first place. And even now, I don't want to come. But you still keep going on and on, thinking that I'm your friend and that I'm going to come. It's freaking annoying. I've had enough of you now, so can you just shut up and stay quiet?
I'm sorry, Dawn. I want to apologize to you for everything, so could you please find it in your heart somewhere to make it to my wedding? If you don't come to my wedding soon, then my wedding's going to be a complete mess, so please, come here.
No frickin' thank you.
Why though?
I have things of my own that I'm busy with. I already cut ties with you a long frickin' time ago, and I don't have the time to come out and see someone that I don't care to know about. Now, have fun at your crappy wedding. It'd be great if any of those friends you invited actually show up today. But that's if you even have any friends left to call your friends. After that, none of those so-called friends that Tracy thought she had ended up showing to her wedding, and that started to make her husband question things about her, and he called the wedding off. Tracy had originally planned to use her wedding as another way to pick on Dawn and make herself feel as though she was on top. But after everything that Dawn brought up turned out to be true, there was nobody around for Tracy to show off to. After Tracy had tried so hard to make this another chance for her to make Dawn feel bad, it turned out that this whole wedding was making Tracy feel terrible. Tracy tried in one last move to save her wedding to call those she invited, but soon learned that most of them had either blocked her or hated her enough to pick up the phone and tear into her. It seems that most of these people had moved out of town as well, so all those invitations Tracy relied so much on never even made it to her supposed guests. Soon after, Tracy's husband, although newlywed, found out about this part of Tracy's past and immediately took a 180 and asked for a divorce. Had Tracy just thought about things a bit more, she might have been able to avoid all this by only inviting those that actually see her as their friends still, if those people are even out there anymore.
Hey, old lady! Don't you think it's getting time for you to stop faking being my mom and just leave me alone? You really thought you could just meet my fiancé before the wedding saying you're my mom like that? When did I ever say it was okay for you to talk to him in the first place?
Rin, what has gotten into you? I understand that I'm not your mother by blood or anything, but I've been with you for 10 years now, ever since you were in middle school. I may just be your stepmother, but I still believe I have the right to meet that man.
In other words, you mean you're a fake, right?
That's not at all what I mean by being your stepmother. I have made sure to take care of you for the longest time now, like your mother. And at your age, now you should be able to understand that I've always wanted the best for you, right? Even though you were just some kid that your dad brought along with him when the two of us started to take things seriously, I made sure to think of you as my own.
That's nasty to hear from some old woman. Acting like you're so amazing for doing that, even though you never had to. You even went and acted all high and mighty around him by saying you're my mom. That's so freaking embarrassing. I had to explain everything to him about you after that, and it was a total waste of my valuable time.
But even your fiancé was willing to understand me. He didn't even bother that I'm your stepmother calling myself your mom. The only person that seems to be all worked up about this right now would be you, Rin. Now end that attitude, please. This has been the structure of our family for a decade now. Maybe even thank me for putting up with you all this time.
Thank you for that? I'll have you know that I'm never going to be thanking you for anything you've done. The thankfulness I have for you is non-existent. So there you go.
I don't think that right now is the greatest time to be saying such things to me, Rin.
I have to ask, do you actually plan on coming to my wedding?
Huh? What are you saying? Why do you think I wouldn't go? That'd be completely strange of me to not come to my own daughter's wedding, right?
Well, only if I was your actual daughter. But you don't have any daughters, do you? So, that's why I'm asking you to stay away from my wedding, okay?
Do you think because I'm not that forward with myself, you can just get away with saying that? Talking down to me because I'm your stepmother, even though I was glad to make someone I never asked for my own. Don't you think you're going a little too far right now, Rin? I have been trying my best with you for these past 10 years, so hearing you say all these horrible things to me really hurts.
If you do end up coming to my wedding, you won't have a seat prepared for you. I have no reason to prepare a seat for someone that's faking being my mother, right?
Calling me a fake, though? I have always wanted to be like your real mom. After marrying your father years ago, I've done everything I could to show you that I care about you as well. Can you please respect me just a bit more as your stepmother? I've been raising you for a decade now, Rin. What's so bad about having me at your wedding?
Well, I just recommend that you don't come. Because I don't see you as my real mom. All you'll do is embarrass yourself by coming, so I would definitely recommend staying away. Because, once again, you're not my mom. Just some secondary wife, right?
You really are just having a blast saying these things about me, huh? Ever since I married your father, everything has been smooth sailing. And up until recently, you and I have never been at arms with one another. Why have you started to act this way towards me now?
That's because I finally realized that you're just a fake and that's it. Everyone knows that the real thing is way better to have around than some wannabe.
I'm starting to see that you really enjoy calling me a fake. Well, I suppose there's nothing else I can really say to you over text right now. I just hope you take a little time before your wedding to calm down a bit and rethink having me at your wedding. I'd like you to look at things as though you're an adult.
Do not come to my wedding today. You are just a stranger now, so don't show up.
What are you talking about now? Today is one of the most important days of your life, right? You are my stepdaughter after all, so I'm going to have to come see you. Will you allow me to please be there to celebrate your big day?
I asked my real mom to come today, and so there's no seat here for you.
Huh? What do you mean you asked your real mom to come?
My real mom is coming. Actually, I've recently been getting back in touch with my real mom after she started texting me out of the blue.
Huh? When you say your mom, you mean your actual mom?
What else would I mean by that? So, your life living as my stepmother is over now. I'm going to be cutting ties with you now. And besides, there's only enough room here for one mom, and so it's been reserved for her. I mean, why wouldn't I have my real mother here as opposed to some fake?
You really asked that person to come to your wedding? Are you really okay?
What do you mean by that one? This is my own flesh and blood mother. Of course I'm okay with her coming to my biggest day.
Did you forget about how she left you behind in middle school and got up and just vanished from you and your dad? You had a terrible time back then, right?
Shut up already! I don't want some stranger talking to me about my life. My mom had a lot of things going on in her life, so she had no other choice at the time. And she's the only one that truly understands what hardships she had to face then. So I'm going to make you shut up by ending things between us right now. I'm sure that my mom and dad will get back together with one another, and today will be the start of that.
I don't think that'll ever happen, Rin.
Compared to you, my mom's a way better mother. Well, I guess there was no comparing you both, though, because I've never once seen you as my mother.
Is that so? Rin, I completely understand how you feel about me now. After all the blood and sweat I gave to raise you as my own, you have made things very clear after all the horrible things you've told me recently. But I don't mind. After this, there will be nothing left for the two of us to talk about.
Just remember that I only prepared one seat, and that's been saved for my real mom. So don't bother trying to come. I never thought of you as my mom, you fake. So hurry up and get out of here!
So that's what you really want then, right?
All those that have been fake need to leave.
Well, whatever happens after this is not going to be my problem then.
Good.
I'll do the same as you and make this the last time I ever talk to you. But of course, there was never a close relationship between us in the first place, so this won't be so bad for me. Goodbye forever, Rin. I hope you have a happy wedding.
Things are out of control right now. Come and help me, Lori. Where are you at right now?
Excuse me, who is this?
Stop trying to make stupid jokes with me, Lori. Hurry up and get back to the wedding. If things keep going like this, I'll be in huge trouble.
Are you really trying to screw with me or something? Why would I have any reason to come back there?
Huh? Why?
I'm finished with you, Rin. And I even did as you asked and went back home. We had last talked an hour ago, so what did you think I'd have done in that time? What do you want from me now? You understand that I don't need you anymore, right?
Lori, please. I'm bawling my eyes out right now. Please, answer the phone call for me.
Huh? What are you even talking about? You and I are complete strangers now, right? Oh, wait. We've always been complete strangers. So after all that fuss you made about me, why would you think of me as anyone besides a stranger?
Wait, but I'm seriously crying a lot right now. Can't you see that I'm in a terrible pinch right now?
I cannot.
What?
And even if I could see that you're in trouble, I'd do nothing about it. You having a fit right now over something has nothing to do with me and my life.
I get it. I'll tell you outright. My real mom is crazy.
Oh? What do you mean by her being crazy?
Some messed up woman came into my wedding out of nowhere. When I had met with her before, she was never that way, but she began going through all the food at the buffet like a maniac, and now she's hitting on all the men here.
That's even worse than I was thinking she'd be like. But I guess it can happen.
And now my fiancé's whole family and all my friends know that someone like her is my real mom. Right now, I'm so embarrassed by everything she's done.
Did you never know that your real mom was that kind of woman? She had started talking with you again after so long, so I assumed you understood the person she is.
I didn't have any memories of her, and she started to text me again asking to meet up. And then we went out once to eat and chat about life. But I never thought that she'd turn out to be some lunatic. Even my fiancé himself was disgusted by what he saw from her, and at the moment he's thinking about canceling the wedding. Now the security is coming to deal with her. And Dad got so upset with me asking why I'd invited her to my wedding and ended up leaving before the wedding even started. What should I do right now?
You're asking me that? Why would you ask me?
I let my dad know the reason why I didn't want you to come to my wedding. But I never wanted him to get upset with me and leave over it. Go and explain all of this to him. He said if he doesn't get a good explanation for all of this, he's going to be done with me as his daughter.
Well, of course he'd do that.
Why are you acting like this doesn't matter to you? Do you not see how huge of a deal this is for me right now? He was even supposed to help pay for this wedding and other things, but now that's never going to happen. What should I do, Lori?
You asked me to never come to that wedding, right, Rin? So how am I supposed to tell you what to do now? I think your best choice now is to just embrace the reality you've just made.
Huh? What do you mean, embrace this reality?
I'm saying there's no turning back for you now. Did you never realize that I was the one paying for your wedding, as well as for you both to go on your honeymoon?
You were. My dad wasn't going to be the one doing that?
I was. We'd even talked about this at dinner, but as usual, you never listened to anything we said. Well, I'm not paying for you guys anymore, so you can go ahead and afford all of that by yourself.
Huh? What?
You are nothing to me anymore, Rin, and so there's no reason for me to pay for you, right? I don't even want to hand any more money to you, so don't expect anything. You're going to have to pay it all off yourself, so after this, make sure to work hard for all that money.
Wait a second, Lori. A lot of the people at the wedding are starting to leave, and I think the wedding has totally been canceled now. And my fiancé's family is all really pissed off. And everyone is asking for me to return all the presents I had been gifted from them. And if you're not going to be paying anything for this wedding, then I'm going to be getting into some really bad debt.
And that's all nothing I care about. Do your best to work hard and pay all of that off. I've also made sure to cancel your guys' honeymoon trip for you.
Huh? Are you serious?
If you really still want to go with your upset husband, or alone, then you can pay for that with your own money, right? I have no plans to ever fork money over to you again, so that's your only option. Take some responsibility for the reality you've just created for yourself. Now, I'll be going.
Wait, Mom!
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I meant Lori. I'm not sure what has gotten into me recently. But I had really just wanted to be with my real mother again. And maybe that's what made me start acting out against you, like you weren't the one that cared for me. After all, you were the one that stuck with me and made sure I was raised well. And so I still believe that you're my mom. You should be okay with me still calling you Mom, right? Please, let's just go back to being a close family with one another.
Huh? Why are you trying to act as though you've done nothing horrible these past few weeks? It's not going to happen, Rin.
What?
You have really pissed me off with the attitude you've given me recently. And so I've had enough of whatever you thought was okay to say and do to me. I cannot believe that the girl I thought was so cute and kind could turn out the way you are now. So believe me when I say that you are a complete stranger to me now.
You're going cold to me just like that? Only a few hours ago you believed that I was still your daughter, right?
Well, when you decided to make things the worst they could be between you and I with that gross attitude you had, I was at a loss for words. I'm pretty sure you and I will never see one another again, so have a great life. You and that fiancé of yours try hard to rekindle whatever love you guys had. Well, as long as that's even possible now. Go find your real mom and try and ask her for help, okay? The fake will now be leaving your life forever.
I was never being serious when I called you a fake. Forgive me, please. I can't make it on my own without my mom. Have you just forgotten about the past 10 years we've had together?
Well, after the way you've treated me, I thought it was completely fine to forget about all that. Really, I don't ever want to see or hear from you again, and your dad has pretty much cut ties with you now.
If the both of you are gone, then what am I going to do?
Isn't this great? You got to finally meet your real mom again. A woman that loves to spend money and is ridden with debt. She's even the type where if she gets the chance, she'll steal money from others. Well, go find her and ask for her to take care of you now. Goodbye, Rin. In the end, Rin was left dealing with a very upset fiancé, or should I say husband, since a week before they had handed in their wedding papers. He had had enough of her and her real mother, and so he began to move towards divorcing her. But Rin no longer had a home to go back to, and so she really was in a pinch like she'd said. As for all the money she'd had in her savings, it vanished into paying off the cancellation fees for the wedding. And now she's stuck dealing with a mother that keeps asking for her to spare her some cash. Rin tried to get Lori to help her, but Lori really was finished with her, and so she ended up blocking Rin and doing as Rin had originally asked of her. I'm sure that Rin is left wondering what she could possibly do now, but her best bet would be to listen to exactly what Lori had told her and find a job to start working non-stop to make back whatever money she's lost. And if she plans on keeping the money she makes, it's best she gets rid of that crazy mom of hers that'll probably suck her dry in no time. But as for Lori, her and her husband have made the right choice in blocking Rin out of their life and will no longer have to worry about whatever problems she gets herself into.
Chelsea, I heard from the rest of the family that you got married. I knew you had someone you'd been dating for a while now, but if you plan to get married, you have to tell me. It's amazing to hear that the family is growing larger. Also, there are a lot of things that need to get prepared now. We need to start thinking about the wedding and what kind of decorations you'll want there. I won't try to get in your way when planning it all out, but I'd still like to be around to help you a little. Huh? But I did tell you about getting married. Maybe this is because you always forget about me that you never remembered? Even if I happen to be forgetful at times, I never forget about my own daughter getting married. Anyway, if you're going to have a wedding, can you please tell me the date you'd like to have it on? I want to meet his parents, and I want to be around to help with the wedding. Actually, I haven't even met him yet, so it'd be nice if you could set up a day for the three of us to go out and chat. Don't tell me you plan to be around me for this, right? Huh? You already know that I'll be there. No parent would ever want to stay away from their kid while they're having a wedding. Why would you say something like that? Listen to yourself. Huh? Wait a second, Chelsea. Is there something going on between us that I should be worried about? I know I can be a bit too much for you at times, but we haven't talked that much recently, so there shouldn't be anything about me that's upsetting you. Chelsea, can you please reply to me? Chelsea? Chelsea, I'm asking you to please respond to me. This is all really important for us, right? I only just learned that you have a man now, and I'd like a bit more information on what'll happen from here. Shut up already! You're always being so rude to me. I stopped talking because you crossed the line with me again, and I don't have any more patience for you. I'd like it if you just read the atmosphere already. For the time being, I think the day of the wedding is bound to change. So when we have a certain date, I'll let you know. Well, I guess that's okay, but... and as far as you meeting with the parents before the wedding, they don't seem to want to. So you will not be meeting his parents and family before the wedding. They already told me things are tough as it is with their lives, and that they'll see you someday. You're telling me that they don't want to meet with me before the wedding? But that's like one of the most important things that needs to happen before your big day. Don't you want to know how I'll get along with them? That's all right. My husband is a pretty busy man after all. There's no time to waste watching you make a fool out of me in front of them. Make a fool out of you? Wait, he's so busy that he can't even let me come and meet him or his family? What kind of man is he? I want to at least know who he is, Chelsea. He's going to be family in the end, so I want to know about him so things don't stay distant. You really want to know about him, huh? He's the son of a very powerful family that has a very famous company. He's one of the elite. He's got a lot of money, so does everyone else. They all live in a huge mansion deep in the woods, and the only way you can actually go into their estate is if you know them personally. Well, that's great to hear. He's 1 in a million then. I'm so proud that you finally found someone and he ended up being that outstanding. That's exactly right. And I'll become part of a family of very distinguished people. I'll be in a world far different than the one my moneyless mom lives in. So don't be trying to contact me too much, okay? Huh? You have heard of the company Marina Group, right, Mom? Well, my husband is going to be the CEO of that company. Dad is the CEO there now, but one day when he steps down, he'll give the position to his son, and then I'll be right next to him. So there's no way I want him knowing about my janitor mom whatsoever. Marina Group is the company that specializes in all sorts of businesses, right? Things like technology and medicine? I see. A son of the Marina Group. But if he happens to be affiliated closely with the Marina Group, then he should be just fine meeting someone like me. I already know plenty of people there now, so we could get along really well. And at this point, he's already been married, so he shouldn't mind seeing his mother-in-law. Ask him if he can make a little time to come out and see me. Huh? Why would you know about anything to do with him when you're a simple janitor? Well, the reason for that is that I'm a janitor working for the Marina Group within their main headquarters. Huh? They have a lot of guests that come to the building, and so they've made sure to keep a large group of us there to keep the place very clean. I may be based at the headquarters, but every so often I'll also be asked to go to some of the other regional offices. And since I have been cleaning the meeting rooms a lot of the time, I meet all sorts of execs from all over the world that come to do business. Stop bullcrapping me. Huh? What are you talking about? I never heard a thing about you working there. Hurry up and quit that job now, you old hag. Unless you're lying to me, of course. Wait, Chelsea? What the hell has gotten into you? Just quit that dang job. He'll learn that you're a janitor if you continue to work there. That would be too embarrassing for me to even keep on living. So just tell them that you're leaving and find a new job. Maybe one that's a little bit less dirty and smelly. I've been in the company for a while now, so leaving like this would be too much of a problem for them. I don't want to do that, especially after all this company has given to you and me. I don't care. I just want you to quit. That job has given nothing to you, and it most certainly has not given anything beside a bad image to me. Now quit! If you don't, I'll cut ties with you forever, and you'll never get to see how your daughter turns out. Calm down, Chelsea. I assure you that if you just listen to me and let me talk to your man and his family, everything will be just fine. Chelsea? Mom, we've chosen a date for the wedding. I'll tell you the date in a little bit, but first, can you hand me my money for the wedding? So you've decided on a date, huh? But I feel as though I should be giving you something more meaningful than just money, don't you think? My friends said they'd be giving me presents, so it's fine. I just want you to bring me my money. And if not, I'll ask it for the moment you come to my wedding. All right, then. And one other thing. When are you going to quit your job for me? If your daughter is about to have a wedding with an elite man, then it's only right that you, as my mom, quit that dirty job. I can't believe you right now. If you quit that job, I promise to give you a little money once we're married, and you can live off of that until you find a better job. But I have a life of my own to live, and this job is how I keep my life going. I plan to at least ask my boss if it would be okay for me to work in another office for the time being instead of the headquarters. That way your husband will never even know I work in the company and you won't have to be worried. Huh? You are useless! Chelsea. And you've been that way forever. Ever since Dad died and you said you had to work for the two of us, you left me at home all by myself. Even though you also said you had to be there to be the one to raise me, you never were around to. I don't get it, Mom. How can you be so frickin' useless? That's not true. I was there with you all the time to make sure that you grew up into a happy and loved woman. I just needed to work a lot so that we had money. So that you had money for when I sent you off to university. Shut up! Don't try and fool me. You always came to my graduations or ceremonies in your dirty clothing, and it was a disgrace to our family. And since I plan to cut ties with you after the wedding, I thought the last thing you could attempt to do for me is hand me my money. But you're still trying to ruin things for me by working that job, and it's enough. Don't say something so heartless as cutting ties with me, Chelsea. I'm sure there are times I left you feeling lonely, and you remember those moments very well. But I wanted to make sure you were still loved and raised well, and that's why I worked so hard for you. I love you, Chelsea. Why have you showed up to my wedding without telling me? Don't mess around anymore. Do you really want to make me feel embarrassed today? You are absolutely useless, Mom. I told you to read the dang atmosphere, Mom. Chelsea, why? Why have you been doing this to me? Huh? Doing what to you? Don't play stupid with me. I was thinking as a way of showing my love and support for you, I'd come and see the family and the man that you'd be marrying into. And the moment I came into that room, you punched me in the face. Then you called me a thief of your wedding. You hit me in the face with something in that room. And then to finish me off, you called one of the security guards in to carry me out of the wedding. You're making things seem like they happened worse than they really did. Are you sure you're not just imagining things now? If you think things like that are bad for you, then maybe you should go see a doctor for yourself. If that was all an illusion, then it was all very real. But I know right now that my face is covered in cuts and bruises and is swelling really badly. So I'm going to have to go to the hospital and have it all cared for. Well, if you're going, then I don't need to worry about you. Ask them to take a look at your head and make sure there's even a brain in there. The tests have finally all been done on me, and now I'm waiting on the results. They at least told me that nothing serious is broken. But because my skin is really torn up, they asked that I take things easy for a little while. I see. You see? Chelsea, this was all your fault in the first place. Oh, shut the hell up. It's not like it really even matters at this point. I just wish you would have broken something in your head and then you could have stayed in the hospital forever. Chelsea, why did you choose to punch me? I even made sure that to not cause you any embarrassment, I wore a really done-up dress. And I didn't even mean to go up to his parents yet to introduce myself. So why are you treating me so poorly? If I caused you that much pain in the past, I will forgive you, but you have to explain to me why you did this. Well, look, I already told you why, right? My husband is the son of a very famous family and a large company. He himself has a wonderful future ahead of him, and his family is all full of elite people. They're already all aware that I'm just some plain girl that graduated from a mid-level university, but if they learn that my mom is some dirty janitor, that would be the end of this marriage. The end of your marriage? I don't think they would do that to you, though. Well, the elite don't want to be anywhere near the poor, Mom. And I had finally found my way out of being poor and dirty, so don't you dare get in my way now! So that's the reason you've chosen to hate me. And yet you don't even understand what I do for a living. Come on. All you are is a stupid janitor, right? In other words, you literally smell of garbage. Do you really think that there are any people that want you in their family? And so, I'm going to tell his family that both my parents are dead and have been for a long time. Huh? It's much better to just tell him that you're dead instead of saying something like you're a janitor or something. And yet you decided to come here without telling me. Did you really think I was going to invite a janitor to my wedding? So, for coming uninvited, it was only right of me to hit you in the face. All you are to me now is a complete stranger, then. Huh? Oh, well, that helps out a lot, then. You're right. I'll no longer be around you anymore, and you'll never have to think of me as your mom again. I never thought of you as my mom, though. Having to call you Mom all this time was the biggest pain in the butt ever. But now I'll finally never have to worry about that pain again.
Marissa, do you have time at this moment to talk? This is Marina Group's Richard.
Oh, Mr. Richard, thank you so much. I had just finished asking if it would be okay for me to contact you today. But there's a problem, right?
When I heard that there was something private the two of us needed to talk about, I knew what was coming. I'm so sorry for what has happened.
Oh, I don't mind at the moment. I'm assuming that with the privacy that this conversation has, you may have some questions about the whole matter?
Well, yes. To start, I would like to tell you that was my son's wedding yesterday.
I had assumed that was so. Congratulations.
Thank you, but I was made aware that in one of the tables showing family members, your photo was there, which is odd considering that the bride stated that both her parents were dead during her speech. I didn't want to think that this could be true, but are you Kelsey's mother?
Yes, that's right. And my daughter told me that she didn't want a janitor mother at her wedding. I didn't even go into the main hall where the actual wedding would be held, yet she punched me in the face anyway.
She punched you?
Yes, and thankfully, due to me having to clean around your office, you were able to see the condition my face is in.
She hit you that badly, though? If it really is bothering you to be at work with those injuries, you are more than welcome to take some time off.
Thank you for being so considerate. But I have some things that are going on that are making it hard for me to take any time off. And taking time off may cause some trouble for you, Mr. Richard. But be aware that I'm going to sue Chelsea.
What? Wait. Are you being serious? She's your daughter, though, right?
And that's the reason why I have to sue her. Now that she has her wonderful husband to look after her, she's forgotten about everything I sacrificed to raise her when she was younger. But in my eyes, I've always been so proud that she was able to find herself a man.
Everyone knows that you've taken such good care of Kelsey. Even when you were so busy with supporting her through your work, you were able to get to her school events.
And that was because I had people here to help make that happen. But perhaps that didn't make me a good enough mother for her. Chelsea used to be such a kind little girl to me. There were times she'd even hand-bake me cakes for my birthday to celebrate. Yet, now she's at the point where she thinks it's okay to punch her own mother. I must have messed up somewhere along the way that turned her into this monster.
And as for myself, seeing that she had become such a good wife for my son, I can't believe she would do such a thing. When I had first met her after she started dating my son, she always told me that she wanted to be my daughter, and that's what made me fall for her.
Chelsea, she's really changed now, though. And because of what's happened to her, I cannot let her get away with it. It's because she used to be my sweet little girl, that seeing her now with someone who's okay with violence has made me so upset. I cannot let her get away with that, Mr. Richard.
Marissa.
And on top of that, she now wishes for me to just disappear from her life. And so if she wants to think of me as nothing but a complete stranger, I'll do the same and forget that she was ever my daughter. I never wanted to have to think of her as someone beside my own blood, but because she's gone so far to show that she doesn't want me around anymore, I'll do as she wishes. Now Chelsea is nothing more than a complete stranger to me. Perhaps I should say she turned out just like me. After all, I was an awful mother to her.
I don't believe that you were. You gave your all to be the mother that she not only wanted, but needed, and that took a lot of sacrifice out of you. And so in this instant, what she had done to you was not something that can be forgiven. For the time being, I want you to rest and let your wounds heal. And so that you can have time off of work, I'll have someone in to cover for you, okay?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Richard.
Just call me Richard, Marissa.
Thank you, Richard.
Hey, you hag! What the hell is this? What does it mean I'm being sued? It says there was a victim's report sent in by you?
Well, what you're looking at is just that.
Don't mess with me, you! Just because you're upset with me doesn't mean you can try and fight me now.
Well, I'd like to know who this is. I don't happen to be friends with anyone who's willing to call me a hag like you have, so who are you?
Huh? What's with that? You're being too distant.
You and I are complete strangers, so I don't happen to know much about you. Hence, me acting distant. And within that victim's report that you have with you, there's a breakdown off all the healthcare that I needed to receive for my injuries. And because there were cameras all over the reception hall for your wedding, I have plenty of evidence.
Having to listen to a janitor tell me they're the victim of anything is gross. Hurry up and get rid of this crap.
I will not be doing that.
Well, if you like, I can pay you out of court. Unlike you, you useless hag, I happen to be quite the generous person. I have lots in savings, and so I don't mind handing you a little money to shut you up. So, tell me what you like.
You must have a lot of money then.
I'm a celebrity now, so my money is endless. And unlike me, your life cleaning up garbage must be painful every single day. You have no money to play with like me.
But unfortunately, I believe that your money isn't going to last much longer.
You are such a sore loser, and it's making me sad. Have you not realized what's happened to you yet? You witch! You started telling my husband all sorts of weird crap now. You're a freak. I'm going to sue you now.
If you want to try suing me, go right ahead. I just happened to tell your husband the whole truth surrounding us. I let him know that his wife is totally fine with punching her own family.
And that's what makes you a freak. You're trying to ruin my image. I am not some kind of monster that just likes to punch whoever I see.
But you punched me without any restraint, right?
And that's because you messed up by coming to my wedding without even being invited. You're a low-life janitor, and you came to that wedding to try and take the spotlight away from me, right? And so me punching you was to protect myself. I never just go around punching my family or anyone else.
But it turns out that your husband trusts me over you.
Huh?
Your husband really is a kind man, isn't he? When he heard that I was his mother-in-law, he was so happy and spoke to me like he was family. He even called me Mom, and that just warmed my heart. And when I saw his smile, I just didn't know how I could have ended up with such a caring son-in-law.
Well, you and I are just strangers now, so he's not your son-in-law.
That's right. But in only a little longer, you and him will also be nothing but strangers.
What are you talking about? That man loves the hell out of me. There's no way we'll ever get divorced from each other.
That's what you'd like to think, right? But when he sees the evidence of you punching me, like those recorded videos, and when he sees how you've always texted me, he might just lose all his love for you.
You're going to show him? Our conversations are supposed to be between you and I.
Oh, I've already told him, Chelsea. And all of this is evidence to you assaulting me. And just as I've told your husband, I've told the police about everything, and soon you'll be taken into their custody. I told him that he's totally fine to continue the process of divorcing you while all that happens. Your husband may be the kind of man to be generous and loving to everyone, but he can only spread that love so far when there's someone who has turned themselves into a monster. He doesn't even care that I'm a janitor. He's worried about the fact that he's married to a woman that chooses violence over anything else.
In this day and age, evidence can be faked. And you know that when choosing to trust his wife over some random old lady, he'd choose to trust me. And now I'm going to go around telling everyone that a crazy old hag has been making things up about me and that it's ruining my reputation.
And that will only work if people choose to believe you.
This is all your fault. It's your fault that he wants to divorce me now. You're a frickin' plague.
I can see that you're in a lot of trouble now, but what happened to the confidence you had before?
Shut the hell up, you hag. It's because of all the needless crap you brought up that my husband went and started looking deeper into me.
Right. He was able to see that in college you and other men would always get into problematic relationships with each other, huh? I heard all about it from your husband. He said that you always chose to be violent with other people back then. Which is crazy because I never even knew that you'd been beating up people back then when you were away at college.
But in those instances, I would give them some hush money and things would end there. So don't use all of that to ruin my image now.
The fact that I never once noticed that you've been causing all that trouble then really goes to show how bad of a mother I was. But now knowing that he's willing to divorce you over all of that, I'm happy.
Shut the actual frick up, you whore. You tried to take away my happiness. You're the worst of the worst. Are you not saddened by all the pain you've caused your daughter?
Of course, I had always wanted my daughter to be happy, but I never had a daughter that wanted her mother to be happy. And don't worry, because I'm not your mom anymore.
just like you've been asking.
Dad, help me please. My mom has a grudge against me now and is making up lies. Can you please tell your son to not divorce me at least? You told me ever since I became your daughter you've been so happy, right?
I'm sorry, Kelsey, but I already know everything.
And everything that you know is that woman's delusion.
Her delusion? But I had seen the face of your mother after you had punched her in the eye. Do you really think that I could see that as a lie for the type of person that you really are?
Huh? Why did you see my mom when she's only a janitor?
Of course, it's surprising to think that a CEO would be aware of all his janitors like I am. But Kelsey, your mom and her and I go way back, Kelsey.
Her and you?
Yes, your deceased father was my close friend, and I think I remember once seeing you at the funeral for him, although you were a lot younger then, and you were crying the whole time, so I never really had a chance to confirm who you were.
I remember the funeral. And I remember a man standing right in front of his grave after he was buried that cried and cried all day. Was that person you?
He was me, and that's why your mother and I have been close ever since. But she never once thought of getting married again, instead sacrificing everything of hers to make sure that she could raise you right. And since I was so close to her husband, I made it my goal to support her as she raised you, even to the length of giving her the job that she has now. And that job is the one that you keep on making fun of her for.
But isn't being a janitor one of the dirtiest and lowest jobs out there? I bet the only reason you gave her that job is because she was too stupid to do anything else, right?
Do not make such claims about your mother or I. And although you can't seem to understand it, I can see that your mother is one of the most important people around.
Huh? There's just no way.
Are you sure? If you'd like to come and give being a janitor a try for this company, we'll see how hard she works to keep everything going smoothly here. She's amazing with all of our cleaning techniques. And at the moment, because of those reasons, she's the manager of the Marina Group's janitors.
Huh? That woman is the manager?
Yeah. She's always been making sure that my headquarters is looking perfect. And so now I have her managing all the other janitors and making sure any new hires are trained properly. She's even willing to do tasks outside of her job requirements, and everyone here respects her for that. Not only as her CEO, but as the man who's known her for so long, I think that she is one of the most amazing women to have ever entered my company.
That can't be.
You made it clear that you hated her for her career, and that you never wanted her to be your mom because you couldn't see all the work that she put in for you. In other words, you've been making fun of and hurting the woman that I promised your dad I'd keep safe and support. I cannot let my son stay married to anyone like you, and so this is the end for you.
You're wrong. I never knew that my mom was doing that amazing at her job.
Even after all you've done to us, you still want to try and make excuses? I don't want you anywhere near my son or your mother. If you do ever come near them, I'll have the police called and you taken to jail.
Wait, Dad, please listen to what I have to say about this. Mom, help me! Right now, I'm in court for the divorce, and it looks like all those other men from the past want to sue me now. And because of the victims report you handed in, my life is going to be pretty much over.
And that's what you had been wishing for. I never planned on taking that report down. And now I'm going to make sure that you pay me a settlement as well as pay for all my medical bills, so prepare yourself.
But I don't have that kind of money on me. Please forgive me for whatever I did.
I will not. I have a responsibility to make sure that the daughter I raised is properly punished for the way she's acted. And now that you've gone and told me I'm not your mother anymore, I will not go easy on you. Now I want no more messages coming from you anymore. You are just a stranger now, so acting this way is extremely rude to me.
Wait! Hey, please come help me. I'll do anything for you. Somebody come and save me.
After that, Chelsea was told that she would have to pay a settlement to quite a few people, but on top of that, she would also have to be on parole for a year. She was not happy about hearing that from the judge and tried really hard to run from them, but she soon realized that the police were all around her.
That didn't stop her, though, and in an attempt to get around them, she punched one of the police in the face, only to be tackled by 3 more and dragged out of the courtroom. For 6 months after that, she had to serve time for assaulting an officer, but was released early and placed on 2 years of parole. However, getting out of jail was not easy on her, and she still has to pay off all the settlements, which she chose to borrow a lot of money in order to do so. But even without the stress of the settlements themselves looming over her, she now needed to pay off the money that she borrowed. So now she's working day and night at a couple of different places, trying her best to make all she can. But because of the way she treats everyone and acts within the building she's been working in, she's been demoted to being the janitor in all of them. She has now learned that there's no good side or bad side to being a janitor, and that it's all up to the person in said position to make a good or bad name for themselves. I know that she has to work long days making whatever money she can, but I hope, as my last wish for her as her mother, that she will one day find a way out of having to work so much and can go back to a normal life where she has time to breathe. As for myself, I can see that even with all I gave trying to raise her right, she still turned out far worse than I could have ever imagined. But as a lot of my friends around me have said, I cannot blame myself for raising someone that was never willing to respect me in the first place.
Hey,
Who's this?
it's Roman.
Hi, Roman. Did something happen?
Yes, your employees didn't say hi to me. I came all the way here to visit the construction site. Don't they have common sense?
Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Maybe they were busy or doing other tasks when you came in. My employees are usually very friendly and courteous.
They were clearly ignoring me on purpose. You should train them better.
Oh, are you sure? I never got any complaints from anyone, so I don't think they did that.
Excuse me? Look, if they decide to ignore me next time, I will do something. And I mean it. Anyways, where the hell are you?
I'm actually about 80 feet from the ground right now. You should see me from there.
Isn't it common sense for the leader to greet me first?
I didn't know you were coming.
I sent you an email.
I would have appreciated if you'd called the office also.
Are you talking back at me?
No, I just said that if you did, I would have reminded all of my employees and greeted you first.
You should always be prepared, whether I come or not. Also, my company is your main contractor. So if you argue with me, I can tell my boss anytime and crush this place. So you better apologize to me now.
Oh, please don't do that. Sorry about everything and talking back.
Hey, here's a better idea. Why don't you stop texting and come down?
I'll be there in less than a min.
Seriously? Are you going to make me wait? Why don't you jump off or something?
I won't do that, but I will sprint. Sorry for making you wait.
Hurry up! Oh my god, you're so useless! Who do you think is feeding you? Can't believe a woman is in charge. I also never heard the words, thank you, from you.
Your company is, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I have a question though. What's wrong with a woman being a leader? There are lots of women who are leaders now.
Because other women have common sense, are respectful, make good decisions, are trusting. I can go on and on with this list. Basically, something you aren't.
Do you even know me to say things like that? This is our 5th time meeting.
Look, if you want to argue, I'd be happy to terminate the contract right now.
What? No, oh, please don't do that. Our employees won't be able to make a living.
That doesn't matter to me, because if that happens, it's going to be your fault. By the way, wasn't the construction a little slow today? Can you explain to me about that?
Well, one person is absent due to illness.
Seriously? Why didn't you tell me about it earlier?
Oh, did you want me to?
Yes. If there's a delay, it affects our company. So tell that person to come to work right now. Male or female?
Male?
Tell me his name.
Why do you need to know?
Just tell me. You can't listen to me?
His name is Jackson.
Jackson Verlies?
Yes?
I'm going to visit him from now, because I want to know what he's doing. I bet he's playing video games.
No, he's not. He's really sick.
How do you know that? He might be faking it.
Because I trust my employees.
That's bullshit. You hire failures who usually don't get hired anywhere, right? Like juvenile delinquents, right?
There are no failures. I hired them because they were passionate about this job. I don't judge people because of their backgrounds.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, maybe you can give us a hand? This construction can be done on time and won't affect your company.
Sorry, too late. I already left to check on this slacker. Hey, Allison! Why is Roman at my house?
Ugh, I'm so sorry about that. He wanted to check what you're doing since you took off work today. He's just there to waste time, so you can just ignore him. You can tell him that you're at the hospital or something.
I actually answered the intercom by accident.
Ugh, I'm so sorry. I should have kept my mouth shut, but if I did, you guys would have lost your jobs, and I didn't want that to happen. What is he saying?
I understand. If I was in your position, I would have done that same thing. Hey, I really appreciate what you've done for me in the past, so don't worry about it. He said, "Let me in right now," while banging on the door.
Thanks, Jackson. Wow, really?
Yeah, it's an apartment, so there are other people too. Give me a break.
You didn't let him in, right?
I did, because he was repeating that he was going to fire me in a really loud voice. I'm in the bathroom now, actually.
Ugh, what a disgusting person. This is harassment, so can you save the intercom video and possibly what he's about to say to you from now? If you feel sick, you don't need to do that, okay? I don't want your cold to get worse.
Sure, I actually have a pocket camera, so I will record everything. I really don't care if my cold gets worse, because he's been doing terrible things to people at our company, so I want to take revenge on him.
Oh, please take it easy. What? Like what?
He forcefully asked a few female workers for their numbers, mixed citric acid in our drinks, saying it's a prank, purposely putting things in the way so someone can fall, so he can laugh about it, and so on.
That's terrible. I didn't know about this. Why didn't you tell me?
I couldn't, because he told me that if I told you, this might become a big deal, and he would terminate the contract. Everyone, including me, is very thankful of you, so I didn't want that to happen.
Listen, my employees' lives are the most important thing for me.
Thank you, Allison. I'm so happy that you're my boss. Anyway, I need to go talk to him now.
Oh, thanks, Jackson. Be careful, okay? Just pretend to listen to him and focus on recording. I'm gonna start gathering evidence what he has done at our company so he can get fired.
How nice would that be? I will definitely help you. Well, after I get well, though.
Actually, I might ask you to do something for me. I'll let you know soon. Please, just get well soon, okay? I'm gonna be twice as busy now because I have to research and monitor this asshole when he comes here.
Sure, please, ask me anything. I will take care of him today, so you can focus on your job.
Thank you very much. Did you talk to Roman?
Yeah, I did. He attacked me. He yelled at me, pushed me, threw stuff at me, and punched me. Sorry I couldn't text you.
What? Are you serious? Are you okay?
Yes, I actually did it on purpose, because I don't want any other employees to experience this. Plus, I got it on camera. I need to take at least 3 days off from work, if that's okay with you. I'm pretty hurt.
Of course you can. Actually, you can come back until you're fully recovered. I'm so sorry that I couldn't help you. Oh my god, I feel so terrible right now.
That's okay. I need to pay my bills so I can go back to work within 3 days.
This company has paid leave, so you'll still get paid even if you take off from work, so please rest until you're fully recovered, okay?
Thank you, Allison.
I'm so pissed right now. I'll make sure to take revenge on him. Not physically, but in a legal way. You have the evidence, so it'll be easy.
Can you tell me when you'll tell him?
Sure, I'll send you screenshots. Anyways, hey, if you need anything, reach out to me anytime, okay?
Please do. It's a good way to kill time. Thank you.
Roman, where the hell are you? Are you serious? You hurt Jackson and now Amanda?
I'm on my way back to my company. Sorry, that was an accident.
You call that an accident? She could have broken a bone or suffered from a brain injury.
All I did was kick the ladder because Jackson pissed me off yesterday. Plus, your employees ignored me again. It's 20 feet, so it's not a big deal. I was okay when I once fell. I was surprised that you dived in to catch her.
You didn't tell us that you'd be coming in today, too. She sprained her ankle, so I brought her to the hospital. I also need to be checked, too.
So what? Didn't I tell you yesterday that you should always be prepared, whether I come or not? Seriously? Tell her to shake it off and go back to work. You too.
Are you serious? Okay, you know what? You just crossed the line by hurting her.
I just told you that this was an accident. It's her fault because she was in the way.
She was just doing her job.
Yeah? Well, an incompetent worker deserves that anyways. Don't you think so?
She's an excellent worker, Roman. You're such an ass. You should be prepared for what's coming.
What did you just say? Remember that we are your main contractor. If you report about this, I can terminate the contract right now.
Go ahead. You'll face problems, though.
I would like to see that.
I just filed a damage report.
You what?
You heard me. I asked one employee to file it for me because you hurt Jackson and Amanda, and I know that there are other victims other than them.
Who filed it?
I don't need to tell you.
You can't listen to me? You guys are subcontractors, so you need to listen to me.
Do you have anything else to say besides that?
Excuse me? Are you making fun of me? Okay, you know what? I will terminate the contract right now. Too bad you just ruined your employees' lives. You guys will probably need to live on the streets. I feel bad for you guys.
Talk all you want, but the damage report has already been filed.
Bitch, I will make your life a living hell!
Aren't you at the bottom position at your company, though? Are you in the position to decide what you want to do with the contract?
Bottom position? I'm the number one employee that the company is counting on. So yes, I can decide what to do.
If you do, you need a valid reason to terminate the contract, you know. Do you have one?
Yes, I do. You blamed everything on me, even though it was only an accident.
Because it is, and it was not an accident. It was an assault.
No, it's not. Hey, I'm done talking. So can I call my boss right now to notify about terminating the contract with you?
I don't think that a big company would go for that just for one employee.
Like I said, I'm the number one employee. So he will probably listen to me.
Actually, you don't need to do anything because I'll terminate the contract from my end. How does that sound? I'm tired of your bullshit.
Seriously?
Yes. You have no complaints towards that, right?
Are you sure about this?
Yes, why not? I'll just find another contractor.
I don't think there are other companies that are going to be one because your company is small. Well, that doesn't matter to me though. Good luck.
It's true that we're a small company, but since you became our ad, we're gonna get flooded with orders.
What the hell are you talking about? Ad?
I think it's called viral marketing. Thank you very much.
I'm so confused right now.
Check your name on social media.
WTF? Why are there videos of me? Who took these?
My important employees. They recorded every time you did something to them because they thought it would come in handy later on. They're smart, right?
Hey, this is just a communication between workers. Plus, this is an invasion of privacy to post it on the internet.
You can sue me if you want to. It's just gonna be a waste, though.
What?
Your info. It's already leaked.
Damn it, my name and pictures are shown. Also, the screenshots of the conversation we had.
Yeah, and? Are you gonna sue me?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to call my boss right now to sue you. We are one of the biggest companies in the industry, so we can easily crush a small company like yours.
Oh, you didn't hear anything? You're getting fired.
What?
Your boss called me 20 minutes ago and said that he would like to keep the contract because it would be a huge loss if we terminate with them. But I told him that I don't want to work at a company that has a scumbag like you, so we agreed to continue the contract and fire you.
The company agreed to that?
Yeah, they did without any hesitation, so you're done. They were gonna fire you anyways, even though this didn't happen because you got a lot of complaints.
What? Seriously?
So, I guess we're strangers now, so I don't need to talk to you anymore. Thank God.
The company will never abandon me! They need me!
If you don't believe me, why don't you go talk to them?
I will! You don't need to tell me that!
Hey Jackson, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. Thank you so much for the screenshots. He hurt Amanda too? Seriously?
Yeah, she has a sprained ankle, but she should be okay.
Wow, he is such a disgusting person. I want to punch him in the face if I see him somewhere.
I understand how you feel, but if you choose violence, you'll be on the same level he is.
True. Sorry for being pissed.
It's okay. Hey, thank you so much for uploading videos on social media. I remember you telling me that you were good with computers, so that's why I asked you. You even put subtitles on it.
No problem. It was a piece of cake for me. Plus, I enjoyed doing it. This was a brilliant plan. That's the only thing I can do, though. I also thank everyone for sending me videos. I'm surprised that everyone had one each.
I should have installed security cameras so that I could have caught even more evidence, though. That's more than enough. I'm not good with computers, so I really appreciate it. Yeah, Roman was being such a dick from the beginning, so everyone had their guard up.
Don't blame yourself. Phones have higher resolution and more details. Good for them. I want to know how he got hired in the first place.
That's exactly what I thought too.
What's he doing now?
He's talking to his boss and probably begging to stay.
Wow. He's wasting his time. He should just give up and quit.
Yeah, exactly. His boss didn't care about him or his excuses.
What's going to happen next? I want to know.
Not sure, but I'll definitely keep you updated.
Hey, Allison, can I go there from now?
Why?
When I returned to the company, my boss told me to go apologize to you.
Of course they'll say that. You should have apologized to me a long time ago. I'm not gonna accept the apology even if you come here. I don't want to see a scumbag like you ever again.
Please? My parents are sick of me, and I need to rebuild their trust.
Okay, and? So the apology is not for me and my employees. Also, it's not for your company?
Sorry, the apology is for everybody involved.
I don't believe that at all. You just want to save yourself, right? I'm not gonna listen to you. I have an idea. Why don't you just turn yourself to the police instead of coming here?
Police? Why?
For causing an injury for 2 of my employees. I actually have both caught on video.
Causing an injury? I didn't do anything to Jackson, and Amanda just sprained her ankle. Stop exaggerating the story.
You threw stuff and punched Jackson, and did you just say just? If I didn't catch her, she would have broken her leg or suffered from a brain injury. Also, I know that you did something to my employees, so each of them is going to sue you.
What the hell did I do?
You'll eventually know. Let me think. All the fees for assault and harassment. Wow, I can't imagine how much that's going to be.
Wait, I will apologize. I was really happy to get a job at a big company, so I just got carried away.
Too late. You should have thought about the consequences you'll face before you did something. You didn't deserve to work for a big company or any company at all.
Please give me another chance. I know I made a mistake and learned from it.
Do you want to come work at my company?
Seriously? Really? May I?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I knew you're really nice. I'm not going to cause any trouble and work extra hard.
Actually, you know what? Maybe not, because you don't like the fact that a woman is in charge, right? He got charged with assault and harassment and had to pay fine and compensation for almost all of the employees with a total of $20 million. He drowned in debt, unable to pay even his rent, so he got kicked out of his house and is now living on the streets. He can't even find a new job because of his criminal record and being viral on social media. On the other hand, this incident has raised my company's profit, and we're now one of the biggest companies in the industry. I know it's a bad way, but he deserved this because he treated my employees like shit. Jackson and Amanda are completely healed and came back to work. As a boss, I'll continue to protect my employees whatsoever.